Looking for me? After sensing your arrival, I wanted to see how close I could get to you from behind.
Because you had nothing better to do, or...?
Is that how it seems? No different than when I was with the Fatui then. There was never much for me to do. The Tsaritsa only sought the power of the moon goddesses. I was never dispatched to see Xenosis or anything like that. Take walks, watch the moon, sometimes sing. But I came to do that last one less and less after Sandrone forbade it.
She didn't like your singing?
No, she praised it actually. But I had only recently joined the Fatui then, and she said my singing set the others on edge. Because, for those not in the know, it seemed like I was about to use some sort of power.
Oh, huh. Paimon can sort of understand that.
Oh, and there was another reason. She said she did most of her research at night, so if I sang during the day, it would disturb her attempts to catch up on sleep. So, I used to just sing outside her door at night instead. But still, she always chased me away.
Uh-huh.
Get along? When we first met, Arlecchino did seem eager to get along with me. She often showed up behind me without making a sound, like I did to you earlier. She said it was an attempt to test me, I believe. I too attempted to join in on the game, but she always managed to spot me before I even got close. Eventually, I resorted to using Kuvaki and managed to give her quite a scare from behind. But she never played that game with me again after that.
Yeah, Paimon doubts that was a game to the knave at all.
What else? Oh, the doctor often asked me to assist in his light realm-related research. I obliged him a few times, but it was so dull. Use Kuvaki to strike this. Use Kuvaki to control that. I stopped going after a while. Yes, even though I've run away from home, I do have some fond memories of it all the same. Arlecchino and Sandrone treated me quite well, along with... Give me your hand. Rosaline taught me it's important to always express gratitude to others. So, thank you for listening to me. I believe that's enough for today.
Whoa, that was sudden. Yeah, guess you're right. Well, let's not bother her then.
Yes, I'm sure you have very many friends indeed. But that's not the issue. Even if you summoned every ibis on Hisi Island, I still don't think you'd be able to move the moon mirror. And even if you managed it, the lunar semblance within would still... dig it out. You could, but moving the mirror would still pose a challenge, even for you. Huh? You really can summon every ibis on the island if that's what it takes? And you, on the other hand, think this plan is a joke, even if the ibis gets its entire family involved?
Wow! Things are really kicking off over here. Looks like we've got a weasel thief and a heated argument with a bird.
We're plotting and scheming, to be precise. I'm told we have to get all our ducks in a row before moving forward on this job. But my co-conspirators disagree quite strongly on the best approach, and they're not exactly being diplomatic about it. Choice words have been spoken. All right, I believe you. I'm sure you do have friends in high places. Although, where did you learn to speak like that? From a short girl with a metal arm and a hat. Oh, of course you can keep talking like that so long as you enjoy it. But be sensible around her, okay? Don't copy everything she does. I'm going to have a little chat with the Traveler and Paimon now, so be good and pipe down a little.
Huh, it really did quiet down. Being able to understand animal speak is so cool. Paimon wishes she had that ability.
Trust me, Paimon, you would not enjoy it very much at all. Don't misunderstand. Nothing terrible would happen, and it doesn't drive you insane or anything like that. Although, that being said, I do sometimes find it quite overwhelming. I was overjoyed when I first discovered that I could understand animal speech, but I quickly realized that it came with a downside. This ability is always active, and I cannot control it.
Oh. Yeah, that would be a problem. And if you can't control it, that means...
Exactly. People say that listening to the bird song deep in the woods gives them a profound sense of peace and quiet that lifts their spirits. But no matter where I go, I can never find peace and quiet. When I stand in the forest, I hear the chatter of the wildcats, the rabbits, the rhyme-horned deer, the chic badgers, and the long-plume ibis. They argue loudly about who's to blame for damaging whose roost, or which part of the woods the best twigs come from.
Alright. Guess talking to animals isn't all it's cracked up to be. Waking up to the sound of birds chirping is pretty nice, but replace that chirping with bickering, and suddenly it doesn't seem so appealing.
As for me, I've lived with it so long that I'm used to it now. In fact, it would probably be quite an adjustment if I woke up one day and couldn't hear the finches discussing which cup in which house makes for the best bath. Yes, plotting and scheming. Thank you for reminding me. I got a little sidetracked. Although, now that the Traveler's here, we might just have the solution to our problem. No, just you will suffice. This job involves breaking into a storage room by undoing the seal created with the moon mirror by a previous moon chanter. But for someone of your talents, I'm sure it will be a simple task. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be fine. Come, let's go. Here we are. What you see now is the moon mirror, within which the lunar semblance is sealed.
Oh, must be a pretty precious statue if they went to all this effort to steal it away. Will there be some traps inside? You know, the kind that send arrows flying out if you step in the wrong place?
Do not worry. This little one did some scouting for me ahead of time. The seal does not contain any such fatal traps.
Oh, nice. That's good to know. And yeah, that sounds like a job for a weasel thief.
That's true. Each time I ask it for help, I have to pay it 1 more the next time we meet.
Huh, what a thieving little weasel! Oh wait, that tracks. But considering that it's helping you keep watch on the lunar semblance, it might need a name change. How about... Weasel Guardian! Can't catch Paimon! Paimon can fly!
Come on, be nice to our guests. To retrieve the lunar semblance, we need to activate pairs of mechanisms in 2 different locations. So it's a 2-person job. If you head over there and take the mechanism on that side, I'll take this side. That won't be a problem. I have eyes in the sky. It will keep me updated on where you are and which mechanism is in front of you. Don't worry, all you have to do is follow my instructions. Understood. I will retrieve the lunar semblance now. Huh? The way out has been blocked. Could you try that again? Understood. I will retrieve the lunar semblance now.
Shifting that. He probably couldn't even get past the mirror. So, Lalma, just how valuable is this statue anyway?
In terms of Mora? Not much, I suspect. It's crudely fashioned, and the kind of stone it's carved from is found everywhere around these parts. But to the moon chanter of that era, and to the Frost Moon scions of today, it is a priceless treasure. If nothing else, I now have concrete proof of its existence. That's enough to confirm the reliability of several documents on the topic. To me, that makes this a very successful trip. Thank you for your help. I knew I had judged you correctly. The moon mirror posed no obstacle to you. And our little friend here was very impressed with your mechanism operating skills.
What is it saying, Lalma?
It says that the Traveler is the best treasure hunter it's ever seen. It wishes it could join him on a quest to unlock all the treasure chests in the world. From now on, I'll call on you if I ever find a treasure chest I can't crack.
Okay. Bye then. Didn't even give us a choice in the matter.
Don't worry, it won't come knocking on your window every day with a Mora coin in its jaws trying to drag you off on a treasure hunt. And it certainly won't be visiting your room in the dead of night, moaning about locks it can't pick.
Uh-oh. We better make sure to lock all our doors and windows before we go to sleep tonight.
Relax. That weasel's only a child. It means no harm. It's just more talkative than most. All right, let's head back. It's almost time for dinner. Oh, and we still need to figure out how to get this statue back to our library. It seems like I'll need a little help from my friends, after all. Just here will do.
Oh, that all went down without much fanfare. Paimon was expecting something exciting to happen once we put it down.
Well, it's just a plain old statue. A historical relic. It doesn't hold any kind of mystical power. The real value lies in the stories behind it. My job is to dig those stories up, wherever they might be hiding, verify them, and then share them with the people.
Cool. Well, it's a good thing we got it back here in one piece.
Indeed. And you two have my thanks for that. Please, take these fruits and quench your thirst. I had the animals gather them in the woods. And after that, forgive me, but I have another request to make of you. I apologize if this is presumptuous of me, but I've seen how well connected you are, and I've heard of your many travels into secret and forgotten places. On your future travels, if you ever come across any texts about the Frost Moon Scions, could I borrow them and make a copy with which to enrich our library? You have my sincere gratitude on behalf of the Frost Moon Scions.
Oh boy. That was some seriously tasty fruit. So much better than Paimon's used to.
These animals have lived their whole lives in this forest. Naturally, they're the ones who know where to find the best fruit. This one says to eat as much as you wish, because it's the top fruit finder in the whole forest. It'll fetch some more right away.
Awesome! Thanks so much! Almost there. That should do it. Once Nefa wakes up, I'm treating myself to 3 whole slices of cake. Oh, hey! Are you here to play? Sorry, but I'm busy right now. Just give me a bit. I'll be done soon. And Nefa's fine, by the way. Just undergoing some routine maintenance. But a few days ago, Yehoda called her an unfunny, dum-dum, metal-faced lunkhead. Right before starting her maintenance, she asked me if I could upgrade her sense of humor. Yeah, glad we're on the same page, and Nefa's the best. Okay, I'm going to activate her. Nefa, wake up! Time to get out of bed!
Good morning, Aino. Good morning, Traveler. Aino, have you managed to upgrade my sense of humor?
Duh! Such a trivial task is nothing to a genius like me. Now, time to do some testing to see if the upgrades resulted in any hiccups. Nefa, can you add more sugar to my crumb cakes? Please respond to me in a way that is humorous.
I cannot. The more sugar I put into a crumb cake, the less sugar the crumb cake will have.
What?
The more sugar I put into a crumb cake, the more prone Aino will be to toothaches. The more toothaches she has, the less sugar she can consume. The less sugar she can consume, the less sugar I can add to the crumb cakes. Therefore, the more sugar I put into a crumb cake, the less sugar the crumb cake will have.
Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Help me with another test, will ya?
If it stays bad for a while, the Traveler will crack a smile.
What?
You are not laughing, so I suspect I was not understood. Actually, the first joke I told used a deliberately flawed chain of logic. After confusing the relative relationships between crumb cakes, sugar, Aino, and Aino's dental health, I drew a ridiculous conclusion. That the more sugar I put into a crumb cake, the less sugar the crumb cake will have. For the second joke, I used a rhyme scheme between the similar sounding phrases, bad for a while and crack a smile, to express humor.
Okay, well, the jokes are funny, but the punchlines don't work if they aren't explained.
Yes. However, according to my database queries, such statements are considered humorous due to their chaotic structure and lack of direct causal relationships. Such chaotic sentences serve as a form of guidepost, while the humor lies in the explanation that follows.
Oh! Huh. Interesting. Enough. Write some of these chaotic jokes down. We'll get Yehoda to be our guinea pig. Traveler, why are you covering your face? You got a toothache? Have you gone on a sugar binge too? Huh? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're getting sick or something. Enough. Go make him something warm.
Understood. Maybe he ate too many hara fruit, a type of plant from Sumeru.
Huh? What do those have to do with any of this?
Because eating them can make you feel horrifyingly cold.
A base of dandelion wine, aged for 25 years. 1/7 part bittersweet liqueur, filled halfway with fizzy zaytun peach pop.
All 3 of those ingredients are fairly sugary. It'll have a lovely sweet aftertaste, even a little too cloying. A spoonful of salt and half a spoon of powdered summer orchid leaf should cut through the sweetness in a way that's clear but not overpowering.
I can imagine it now. A delightfully layered flavor.
It's all down to the seasonings you sent me, Lady Nefer. Otherwise, I'd have no idea how to mix up a cocktail that so befits Nod-Krai.
Just a little gift. I'm glad you liked it. I'll be happy to send more when you run out.
Many thanks. Though I think 1 taste is enough where these seasonings are concerned. Besides, you sent so much I could hardly finish it by my lonesome. And my colleagues aren't accustomed to these flavors, so I can't even share around. I'm afraid they'll end up sitting on a shelf going to waste.
Can't say I'm surprised your colleagues at Liyue's Ministry of Civil Affairs aren't too keen. I wouldn't expect the flavors of Nod-Krai to be their cup of tea. Though, from what I've seen, might I presume that we've won you over?
I wouldn't go that far, though it's not like I dislike the food here. It's good to try new things occasionally.
I love your attitude. You'd make a great businesswoman. It would be nice if everyone from the Ministry of Civil Affairs were like you.
Come on now, are we going to do this song and dance every time I drop by? Stop fixating on the Ministry. Never mind them. Have you managed to carve out a single foothold in Liyue after all these years?
You know what they say over there. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. If I don't test the waters, how will I ever know?
Don't waste your energy. No matter how long those claws of yours are, you're never getting them stuck into Liyue.
Is that a warning?
It's advice.
Long claws, you say? I wouldn't think myself so formidable. There's barely a handful of people I have any influence over at all. I can only really think of one young girl who listens to what I say. But she's not the brightest. And I spend more time looking after her than getting any help.
Oh, really? Then I guess that painter who fishes in Dihua Marsh, and that apprentice who makes tofu in Qingsa Village, and that guy who wants to work at Wanmin Restaurant. All these people who mysteriously appeared in Liyue. I guess you have no idea who they are?
Many people pass through Liyue Harbor every day. Far too many to count. How could I possibly know every last one of these enigmatic nobodies? Though I must say, your memory is quite impressive. Your colleagues must sleep easily knowing they have you to lean on.
Why, thank you. Though with you around, nothing is ever easy. I can only say that there's never a boring day.
Is that so? Surely your workload has lightened now that you're far from the ministry? If you've got time for another drink, I'd be more than happy to mix you one. Here's to a relaxing day for us both.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler. It's been a while for sure. Didn't expect to see you in Nod-Krai. Oh, if only. Nod-Krai's even more lawless than I could have imagined. How should I put it? Well, that's just it. This place is quite literally a lawless land. Even if I was hired to provide legal assistance, I suspect it'd all devolve into everyone resorting to the Final Defense Manifesto to air their grievances. Ta-da! Here's your answer. The most direct method of self-defense. Okay, enough of that. The reason I came to Nod-Krai is to gather material for the new legal guidebook I'm co-authoring with Shinobu. The book's theme centers on the borders of law, and one of its chapters is about what happens when law and order completely breaks down. There's no way I'd be able to get an accurate picture of that back in Liyue. So here I am, this infamous land of lawlessness. As soon as I stepped into Nod-Krai, I knew I was in the right place. It's not like the law here has broken down. It's more like it never existed at all. And, unsurprisingly, I haven't run into a single person in my line of work. Being a legal consultant here is probably an easy way to starve. Hey, don't worry. I've got Adeptus blood, remember? Ordinary bandits can't even scratch me. In fact, I'm kind of waiting for someone to come and accost me. Then I can drag them aside and interview them on how they survive in such a hostile place. Yeah, you have no idea. I spent so long convincing her to let me leave. I'm sure my horns grew out a little. Why, yes, we talked it through. I definitely did. Yes? Yeah. Granny just loves me to bits, you know, and we spoke for ages. Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got an appointment with, the Curatorium of Secrets, that's it. So, without further ado, I'll be getting a move on. See you! Bye!
Whew. Gloomy skies over here. The air's all icky and sticky and dark and damp. Remember how Flint said that he lives in a graveyard to the north? Is this, really the place? There's not a person in sight. Just a tower and... Oh!
Ah, good day, you two. Assuming I don't have the time wrong. Then let us forego these niceties. It is always dark here in the final night cemetery. Time becomes somewhat meaningless.
Phew! Well, it's nice to see a living person here. Hiya, Flint! So, this is where you live, huh?
Yes, this is my humble home, the Tomb of the Lightkeepers. Did an adventurer's curiosity bring you here to this lonely isle? I am at pains to imagine any other cause.
You're not wrong. We haven't explored this area yet.
As guardian of the tombs here in the Final Night Cemetery, allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes to you both, on behalf of the spirits who slumber here eternally.
Wait, do you mean there really are ghosts here?
That is correct. As you may have noticed, this island is dotted with headstones. You might think of it as a veritable necropolis filled with souls. Isn't it a welcoming thought?
Not at all. If anything, this place just got scarier.
Ah, apologies. It was meant merely as a gesture of the hospitality that you deserve as guests. We don't receive many visitors here, after all. But I suppose it is a tall order to expect people to suppress their fear of ghosts. Even so, I do hope your visit shall be a pleasant one. The spirits on this isle, while somewhat old-fashioned and hardly gregarious, are an unassuming crowd who keep to themselves. I have found they make perfectly decent neighbors. If you still have misgivings, I can only suggest that you avoid staying outside where possible. The ghosts do not tend to set foot indoors very often, although that might render your sightseeing experience a little less riveting. Let me think. Most of the camps on this isle have been removed, and only the lighthouse remains, symbolizing the many battles the Lightkeepers have fought against the Wild Hunt. In that regard, it has quite a bit of historical value, and is thus well worth seeing.
Yeah, that was the first thing we saw when we arrived. So, it's a lighthouse, huh? What happened to the light?
Years of disrepair and a shortage of fuel, I'm afraid. As this island became abandoned, maintaining the lighthouse became increasingly difficult. Besides, even if we were to rally sufficient manpower to repair it, it would serve little purpose these days. In the past, it guided people on their way to and from the island. But all those people now lie beneath our feet in eternal rest. Well, that is perhaps not entirely accurate. They do sometimes come running out, speaking once familiar utterances into the void. In which case, since you are not used to the darkness that shrouds this island, you could consider restoring the lighthouse to illuminate your way. I too know well the comfort that a distant ray of light can bring on those lone journeys through the cold night. Well, it is an important testament to our history, but as is the case with many once magnificent buildings from the past, it now lies desolate and neglected. Not that the Lightkeepers have forgotten about it, of course. We are simply spread too thinly, but you will merely be lighting it up, not vandalizing it. Rest assured, you will face no objections. As such, you should have no issues using it, so long as it helps you. I believe there should still be some backup fuel for the lighthouse stored in an old tent to the north. That should be enough to serve your present needs. And if you should need to find me, I will be in an underground basement on the north side. That's where I will be sorting through my reports. I will meet up with you once I have completed my urgent tasks.
There really are a ton of headstones here on this isle. And they're all so old you can't make out the words on them at all. This place is super dark. Feels kind of stuffy too. Huh. And there are ghosts over there. But we'll be fine, right? Either way, let's try not to get their attention. Let's just grab the fuel and go.
The sky is so dark. I'm scared. They're staring at me. You sure took your time, didn't you? Come on, help me shift this fuel. It's almost time for our lighthouse shift.
Does he mean...
Look at you, shaking like a leaf. You scaredy cat. How you made the cut as a ratnik, I'll never know. Come on, grab your stuff and let's go. Perhaps I'll even tell you a ghost story on the way.
What? A ghost telling us ghost stories? Wait, hang on. Was he just trying to scare us?
You ever heard of the blue fire? As we all know, when you're out walking out at night, you should never look behind you, and never look all the way down at the ground. Always look ahead into the distant skies. Well, that's because the Wild Hunt watches us from the darkness. They wait for you to lose your way in the fog, and then, when you're at your most vulnerable, they come and take your life. That's why it's dangerous to travel alone in the dead of night. But sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll see a blue lantern shining out in the darkness. They say it only appears if you've run into the Wild Hunt or if you can't find your way at night. Either way, if you ever see the blue lantern appear, you must remember to follow it. Don't ask me what it is, 'cause I don't know. My granddad says it's one of the Fae that used to live in Nod-Krai in ancient times. But it could equally be the ghost of one of our fallen warriors, one who truly hated the Wild Hunt. Whatever it is, the blue lantern seems to be on our side, the side of the Light Keepers. I'll bet that's why the Starshina wants to make offerings to it on the island. Ah, shucks, look at me talking away. I totally forgot I've still got fuel to move.
Wait! But we brought all the fuel with us! What's this guy talking about?
All right, I'd better get back. See you later, scaredy cat. It's nearly time for my shift.
Oh, finally, we're here! Let's find where the fuel goes and pour it in. Woohoo! The light's on! This should make things way easier. Now we can keep exploring.
Great, the light's on. Guess I won't have to worry about moving fuel anymore.
Hey! It's the ghost from before who was talking about moving fuel. What's he doing over here?
The Wild Hunt came. It passed through all the graves. The fog clung to our ears, stuck to our mouths. We couldn't see or hear each other.
What's he talking about? Has the Wild Hunt really showed up? Paimon didn't see it at all!
To the lighthouse! To the lighthouse! We've got to get a signal to the units outside before they reach us. Don't just stand there gaping. Pull yourself together. Every second we hesitate could mean another dead comrade. Have you forgotten how to send signals? Come on! I've told you before, a light keeper always has to be prepared. We're all gonna die. They'll strip the bones from our spines.
Something's off! All the ghosts are coming this way!
We too shall cry tears of blood. The Wild Hunt is here! We've got to think of something quick! Okay, we'll try and stall them at the base of the lighthouse while you head up to the top.
Up to the top. Signal. Think of something.
If you've forgotten how to send signals, check the handbook. We nailed it to the tower for moments just like this.
Do not fear. Do not fear.
Don't leave our bodies to the Wild Hunt. I beg of you. That is no way to die.
Death. Wild Hunt. Go to the lighthouse.
Oh, the ghosts have surrounded the tower. Should we do what they're asking? Sounds like they need us to head up, find the handbook, and use the lamp to send a signal out.
Lighthouse. Hope. Everlasting night.
handbook says that we've got to aim the lamp in the right direction, then control the brightness according to the signaling rules. There are 5 signal types: distress, warning, guidance, summoning, and all safe. The part that describes the warning signal is illegible, so let's try one of the others. Okay, the signal is sent. Let's go check on the ghosts.
What happened here? Ran into a spot of bother? A whole host of ghosts surrounded the lighthouse. I sent them away to prevent them from blocking the area, and when they saw the lighthouse flashing, they departed.
Oh, it was pretty scary. They completely surrounded us and begged us to help them.
I sensed it too. This graveyard is bereft of life save for passing birds, the insects underground, and myself. Normally, it's so quiet you can hear yourself breathing. Up until just now, that is, when these ghosts started getting agitated. Was it because of the lighthouse? They asked you to send a signal out. How peculiar. In my experience, they have never coerced or harmed anyone in any way. This can only mean that lighting the lighthouse has somehow caused a change in them. I must say, this is quite out of the ordinary. The ghosts here tend to stick to fixed areas and repeat words and phrases that meant something to them in life. But now, all eyes are on the lighthouse. They have a rather indistinct appearance, but when they fix their yearning strongly on a specific place, I can sense where their cold attention is directed. Consider it a natural talent of mine. As to the cause of this behavior, I do have a theory. Ghosts are the echoes of living souls, a portion of their thoughts and memories that, for certain reasons, fails to enter the ley lines at the moment of their death, and thus they linger on the surface. The ghosts in question were lightkeepers in life, and as such, I believe the lighthouse is deeply embedded in their memories, something they are instinctually drawn to. Relighting it must have stirred something in their memories, causing them to depart from their usual behavior. You might not be aware of this lighthouse's past, but it once served a great many functions, from guiding passing merchants and lightkeeper fleets to reporting on the Wild Hunt's activity in the surrounding area. In the days before this was a graveyard, its light was never once extinguished. It came to symbolize the hope and warmth that the lightkeeper sought to bring to Nod-Krai. But alas, the light of this historic outpost was snuffed out in a conflict against the Wild Hunt several decades ago. According to our internal records, that conflict cost the island 90% of the troops stationed here. The Starshina of that time eventually decided to send a warning signal to the outside.
Wait, a warning signal? So, they didn't use a distress signal and call for help?
Indeed. The warning signal saved the nearby merchant fleets and patrolling lightkeeper ships. Without it, they likely would have been pulled into the fighting with little knowledge of the situation. But at the same time, this signal also cut the troops on the island off from any possibility of rescue. The Lightkeeper Oath contains a line that goes as such: "Our bones and blood we shall use as fuel. We shall make life greater than death." It is a line that strikes at the very heart of our principles. Should we find ourselves at a great disadvantage, we are to prioritize the preservation of life and ensure humanity's long-term survival, After all, the wild hunt is a never-ending threat, while our numbers are limited. This principle is most cruel to those who must sacrifice themselves, and yet, most of us willingly abide by it.
Shoot! So we sent out a distress signal, but what the ghost actually wanted was for us to send a warning signal, right?
You feel you unwittingly did something wrong? No, I don't think so. Ghosts are but the memories of people that once were. You may have stirred up those memories, but that is all they are. Those to whom they once belonged are long gone. Still, I can see that you're concerned about them. And truthfully, so am I. If you wish to find them, just follow me. Ah, yes. And please do not be alarmed by anything strange we may encounter along the way.
Paimon sees them! They're all gathering on the beach!
Had reinforcements arrived on the day of that battle, they would have landed here. You have to understand that ghosts are hard to reason with. A better way to communicate is to give them key information that might provoke some sort of a reaction. How about this? We'll go in together, but I'll handle the communication. After all, I am not only a lightkeeper myself, but also very accustomed to dealing with ghosts.
Don't come near us. Don't try to save us.
Help is on the way.
The wild hunt is coming in too fast. There's no time. Let us stay here and take them down with us. This place will be enough of a graveyard by the time the night is through. Don't send more people to their deaths.
So you don't need rescuing?
No, we do. Please, save us. We can't hold on much longer. Everyone else is gone, and we are lost. What more can we do? Please, someone, anyone, save us.
Ignite the blue lantern. It will guide you far from the wild hunt.
The blue lantern cannot bring back souls from the dead. Even if you light him up, it will be too late. He can help you destroy what remains of the wild hunt, but he cannot save you.
Don't rescue us. Don't come any closer. No, wait. Help us, please. Someone, anyone.
What's this supposed to mean? Do they want help, or don't they?
Those poor souls. On the one hand, they hoped that someone would send out a distress signal and save their lives. On the other, they did not wish to call in reinforcements only to send them to their deaths. And so they sought the help of the Blue Lantern spoken of in local legend. And indeed, one such lantern was still preserved on this island. That ought to have been their last hope in a time of desperate need. But to my great regret, it is of no use to them now.
Will any other horrible things happen?
They will recall the unfathomable suffering they experienced in their final moments. I will do what I can to comfort them.
We shall part the snow curtain of the sky and blast the winter winds across the wasteland.
We have sworn an oath, and so we must fight to the end. We cannot wait for them to come. We are the last ones. Pick up your weapons.
We are the Light Keepers, who shine the eternal light of hope into the endless snow-swept plains.
Wait, Flintz! It seems like these ghosts have rallied.
Again, they are but the replaying memories of once living people. It is not the ghosts who have rallied, but the Lightkeepers who fought to the bitter end. Viewing the world through human eyes is like looking into a kaleidoscope. It is so complex and yet so beautiful. The sorrow and reluctance in the face of death, the longing for a life of peace and stability, the surprising valor that wells up in the hour of despair. If it were up to you, traveler, would you wish to do something for them? Is that so? A response befitting an adventurer of your caliber. Personally, I do feel inclined to do something for them. To help these shadows of the heroes that once were forget the death that will soon be upon them, and return to their slumber. In time, the memories and yearning of these ghosts will fade, and slowly return to the ley lines. But that time has not yet come. My dear Retniki, I am Kirill Chudamirovich Flintz. Once upon a time, it was I who retrieved your fallen bodies from the battlefield. Now, let me once more lay you to rest, for you are worthy of my respect and earnest esteem. Look upon my flame and wander no longer. Return to your graves and forever rest in peace. 6 feet under may you slumber in your erstwhile homeland, and in sweet dreams return to the ley line's embrace.
They're gone.
Some of their memories and thoughts have been dispersed. The rest will later return to their usual state. To me, they are both warriors whose memories should be honored, and my gentle, friendly neighbors. Unfortunately, I did not know most of their names, but my short interaction with them has deposited some of their memories within my flame. At the very least, I know now that the gentleman who moved fuel and loved to tell the tale of the Blue Lantern was named Imo, and the comrade he always called out to was named Itu. Many of the ghosts on this island may have been affected by the lighthouse, and I'm not sure if they'll all undergo changes like Imo. But if you're in the mood to keep exploring, would you come with me? It would be my honor.
Am I using this wrong? Ineffa, read the operation manual you recorded last time for me again.
I know, I believe regular lubricant is already sufficient. There's no need to create a brand new product.
Aw, we're already here, aren't we? Come on, I just want to experiment a bit. Oh, hi there, traveler. Just the person we need. I bet you know how to use this crafting bench. Hurry on over and help me make a bottle of that... what's it called again? That cold... frosty something. Potential oil?
Frosting essential oil.
Yeah, that's the one. The cold stuff. I want to mix it with lubricant to create something special for Ineffa's joints. I was gonna do it myself, but taking efficiency into account, it might be better if you helped me out a bit.
The truth is, Aino wasted all her ingredients trying and failing to make essential oil. We presently have enough to make only 2 bottles.
I didn't fail. I was well within the bounds of reasonable trial and error. Making essential oil is a piece of cake for me. Piece of cake. But since you're the professional, it makes more sense to let you do it now that you're here. Please? Wow, you really are a professional! Come on, Ineffa, let's head back and mix up some lubricant. Trust me, this new lubricant is gonna solve your overheating issues. Easy peasy.
All right, Aino, but my internal components are not actually overheating while I'm operational.
Well, it doesn't hurt to be prepared. Thanks for the help. I only need one bottle, though, so you keep the other one. Anyway, it's time we were going. Stop by and play when you have some free time.
The people of the academia may be clever, but those clever people simply can't stop themselves from doing stupid things. Thank you, most eminent Lord Sangama Bey, for improving my mood for the whole morning once more. Ah, and this bottle of wine from Sumeru. Its exquisite flavor is well worth the price.
As long as you like it. Next month, I'll be sure to have my subordinates deliver more. Please don't like it, please don't like it! This bottle is so wallet-smashingly expensive. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't absolutely have to pave the way for our future collaborations.
One jug of wine's enough for today. Just put this round on my tab and we'll settle it at the end of the month. Oh, and don't include Yehoda's secret snack order. She's footing that bill herself. I know Dory's spent a lot of money trying to get a deal from me. I shan't say no to free drinks, but perhaps it'd be best to leave her some room to wiggle.
No problem. I'll send the bill over in a few days. Am I going crazy? Why is Never being so straightforward this time? Don't dwell on it, Dory. Just focus on getting the deal first.
Why so hasty? Please, after all the trust I've placed in you, surely it's unbecoming to fleece a fellow countrywoman over a simple drink? Dory, oh Dory, the deal is yours, but the money? Oh, we're going to split it.
Oh, come now. Even sisters need to settle accounts clearly. Let's put the mora on the table first, so we don't run into trouble down the line. I don't like that look she's giving me. She wants a cut of the deal, doesn't she? That's going to be a pain. How much should I let her have?
Just some hometown gossip. You're welcome to join us if you'd like. However, nothing we've discussed prior has been particularly interesting. Mostly more of the same. But really, I must know, Miss Dory, why did you want to get involved in that fiasco at the academia? It's a simple feat to lift a sleeping serpent from its nest, but what happens when it wakes up? Had you no fear of getting bitten?
She just won't stop. Why is she bringing this up again? I already answered this question. Wait, now that the Traveler's here, could she be using this information to exchange for some favors down the line? Oh, well, the Traveler's the one listening in. What harm could that do? May as well help our personal relationship along, even if it costs me a secret or two. Why, business, of course. Sometimes you just need to learn how to wrangle snakes. That fiasco gave me one of the biggest orders of my entire career.
Oh, fascinating. So, did you profit from it all? I heard that after Azar fell, a certain group of cowards fled Sumeru. That must have played havoc on your trade routes, with no small amount of goods lost in the process.
Right, and a sizable sum of mora, too. But that's just life as a merchant. You win some, you lose some. Even big losses are small problems. With money, more helping hands can be found and more goods purchased. But I had to retain the ability to do business in Sumeru.
Much like Genius Invocation TCG, then? It doesn't matter if you win or lose or how many cards you have in your hand. Retaining the right to sit at the table and play is a victory in its own right.
That's right. As long as I can still do business, I can recoup my losses eventually. But I'll never leave the card table I sit at. Sumeru, that is. If I did, I'd really be left with nothing.
My. I didn't know you loved your homeland so much.
Well, I love mora, and I'm the best at earning mora in Sumeru.
Your senses are certainly sharp when it comes to business, Miss Dory. Even now you prove yourself worthy of the title you claim. And those cowards who fled will never be able to play at your table ever again.
Miss? Are those antlers on your head?
Wow, they look just like deer antlers.
I bet they are. Just like us Frost Moon Scions.
Yeah, Our Lady Moonchanter, Miss Lauma, also has a pair of really pretty antlers.
I don't fully understand what's going on, but I'm quite sure my horns and hers aren't the same thing.
I know! Miss Lauma's horns go up and yours go down. Wow! Are you also a Moonchanter, Miss?
Moonchanter? Well, I don't think I am. Moonchanter? That's a foreign term to me. I think Granny once mentioned an Adeptus who is related to the moon, but I don't think they were a Moonchanter, were they? Oh, no, wait! Granny told me not to tell outsiders about Adepti. So, what should I say to these kids?
But your horns are just as pretty as hers.
Miss, can you talk to animals like Miss Lauma can?
Oh, hey! My savior's here! Hey, traveler! Over here! Let's skip that first. I need you to save me right now. If these kids keep asking me questions, I won't be able to hide my identity as an Adeptus for much longer.
Ina, Kari. It's good to be welcoming to our guests, but if you ask too many questions, you may come off as impolite.
Ah! Miss Lauma! Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Longhorn Miss. We asked too many questions.
Sorry. It's just that we've never seen someone from outside the Scions with horns, so...
All right. Come, Ina, Kari. You two should go home. I saw your parents on the way here. They must be worried sick searching for you.
They're searching? Oh no! It's way past dinner time!
We're dead meat. Daddy's going to scold me. Bye-bye, Miss Lauma. And bye-bye, Longhorned Miss.
Thanks for your help, Lauma. I don't know how I would have wriggled out of this otherwise. I should have stayed in the library to search for information like you advised. Didn't think I'd be ambushed the instant I stepped outside.
No need to blame yourself, Yanfei. The children are merely curious beyond their years and unaccustomed to seeing outsiders with horns. I apologize on their behalf for the discourtesy. It's fortunate that the Finches came to tell me you were surrounded by Ina and Kari. It seems my arrival proved timely.
It's all right. I should have known better.
That we are. Yanfei came to visit us Frost Moon Scions 2 days ago, saying that she wished to gather some reading materials. Since she came to study, I invited her to stay.
Lauma's been a big help. I've gleaned lots of valuable information from the Scion's library. Maybe even stuff that'll give Shinobu a surprise.
You're too kind, Yanfei. You were merely browsing our archives and writing down some of our customs. Although, I do not understand these borders of law you mentioned. As long as your time here has proven fruitful, then all is well.
The borders of law are essentially... On second thought, it's not the sort of thing where a short explanation will suffice. Once the book's done, we'll just send you a few copies. It should be clear once you read it. It's a universal law book that should be concise, engaging, informative, and easy to understand. We'll cover legal concepts, as well as the regulations present in many nations.
Is that so? Well, then I look forward to reading your work, Yanfei. I believe the children will be interested too.
I promise it'll be interesting. I guess I should head back to the library and continue my transcribing for now. See you both around.
I hope our Adeptus finds what she's looking for. She told me everything on her first visit. I must admit, seeing an Adeptus with horns fills me with a sense of familiarity. I listened to her many stories of Liyue's Adepti, and in exchange I granted her access to our library. In that, she has thus far proved most rule-abiding. A praiseworthy virtue, I must say. Is that so? Well, that's wonderful. She did mention a certain white horse Adeptus while telling me of Liyue's legends. If memory serves, our books do chronicle a divine envoy who once dwelled on the moon. Now, do not concern yourself overly with a mere flight of fancy on my part. But now that we have broached the subject, far apart though Liyue and Nod-Krai might be, both have always bathed in the moonlight. I pray that the people of Liyue may also be blessed by the moon, and lead lives of peace and prosperity.